Join us this week as our travels by the glass take us to Spain.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Excited to be back and tasting wine again.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be tasting reds again.
Yes. Yes. So excited.
Red wine, making red wine great again. So yeah, we're doing Spain this week, and this is going to be an interesting one because it's not a region I'm very familiar with. So it'll be interesting to explore these wines.
Yes. And Chris, you've been waiting for Spanish named wines and grapes, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. So these are both Rioja blends, correct?
So Rioja it's a region in Spain, Rioja. Mm-hmm. And so what we prepared tonight were some Spanish tapas.
That sounds good.
Tapas for pairing with our wines.
So as I was doing my research on these, one of the things on tasting notes I came up with for both of these were Mediterranean herbs. As one of the as one of the flavors. So it'll be interesting to see tonight what we pick up on.
Sounds good. What are we starting with?
La Montesa. It is from Palacio Raimondo Alfaro. It's a 2017. Interesting. This is a Rioja blend, and it's in a Burgundy bottle. So we'll try that. Let's see the body. It's later. Almost like a Pinot Noir. That was last
as far as the color.
The color. And
Good legs. I smelled it right before you guys introed it, and it smelled a little spicy. But right now, I'm smelling a lot of sweet, almost like a caramel.
My first whiff of this is I was getting the flavors, almost like a Zinfandel maybe.
It's fruity.
It's fruity.
Yes.
So maybe that's the sweetness you smell, Chris, is the fruitiness in it. So as far as fruit goes tonight, we have blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries.
And no cherries, but I have dried cherries. So it's a little that's a more concentrated
Dried fruit.
So I'll try a couple dried cherries and see.
I haven't drank a lot of Tempranillo, but I do like Grenache, or from Spain, Grenache. So I really like the flavors of this wine. So good to be back to whites, or back to reds, and away from the whites.
So the dried cherry we had complemented the wine well. Mm-hmm. The blackberries not so much. So what do we know about the Rioja region?
In Spain.
So there are some
good observation there, Chris.
There are different, I guess, typical Rioja blends, but there's lots of Grenache and Tempranillo. There are a couple other grapes that I'm not familiar with. There are also different kind of levels of, I guess, how it's aged, almost like a Nouveau, wine that's meant to be, it's like only aged like for less than a year, and it's kind of meant to be drunk at like pretty quickly. And then
that's a young wine.
Wine. Oh yeah, it was called Joven, meaning youth or young. La Montesa, on the back here, there's a label and it says Crianza. So this is the kind that's been aged for, was it at least 12 months in oak?
This particular wine,
but we have the details about this particular one, which is great.
The website gives great information. So this wine is aged 12 months in barrels. We talked about different types of fermentations before. This one did go through malolactic fermentation in a stainless steel vat. So again, just to remind everybody, malolactic fermentation is just a way to soften the wine, taking some of the harsh malic acids and converting it to a softer, more palatable lactic acid.
This is still pretty bitey. It'd be pretty wild to not have it go through malolactic fermentation.
So Tempranillo grape is indigenous to Spain. We'll see what the other blend is like, since this one is 95% Grenache, but the one has a little more Tempranillo in it.
Right. The second wine we're going to taste is 50-50. 50% Grenache, 50% Tempranillo. This is, what was it, 95%
Grenache.
Grenache. I think I've had like, just a couple of like Grenache wines. Usually it's in a blend, but I've had like one where it's like the main varietal, and I haven't been a fan, but I like this. I mean, maybe you probably had me at Zinfandel. I was like, like it smelled like really nice.
So the Grenache is typically a lighter berry. I've only made it once or twice, but it's a lighter berry, and you get almost like a brick color. And you notice this isn't the brick color. 5% something else, and one of the sites we saw said it was Monstral, which is Movedre, which we know is a real dark inky. So I wonder if this they used just enough of that to give it the color.
Something else I read about the color is that Grenache is available in like rosé, like a light red, dark red, and white. So
Yep, there's a Grenache Blanc.
with that one, do they just take it off the skins early, or just don't use the skins?
It's actually a white grape,
Oh,
and it's a white wine. It's a separate grape.
oh, okay.
So there's another grape that is mentioned in a Rioja blend, and we don't know if that's part of the 5%, but it's kind of similar like what you said about Monstral. It is Graciano, I believe. It's one of those grapes that's very, I guess, hard to cultivate, or I don't know if it's cultivate or just vinify, but it's primarily used for color.
So the bulk of the wines that are in this blend are Tempranillo and Grenache. The other grapes are just for blending.
Right.
Anytime I hear that a grape is only for blending, I get intrigued, because I think one of your favorites and mine, Titsra, is only used typically in blending. You don't see that as standalone too often, and it's my favorite grape.
I just wonder, some people are turned off by the really bold flavor.
They just can't handle the boldness. Now, Lou, I saw you try the raspberry. What did you think about raspberry with the wine?
Raspberry went very well, and so did the strawberry. I like those both a lot.
With the tapas theme, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna get shrimp, some olives, crusty bread, jamon or prosciutto. Gouda cheese was a good pick, and also the chorizo. It's Palacios.
Is that the same name as the wine? Isn't that Palacios on there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yes, I
It
have.
is a good pairing. It
So-
really works with the wine.
Yeah, this wine with the different cheeses we have, the sausage. We also have shrimp. So far, this wine has went well with just about everything. One thing that about France, about Spain, all those countries, is that I think they make their wine with the intent you're going to be eating with food.
So can I tell a little story about tapas? I looked up couple little stories.
Yeah.
So tapas means lid, and one story I found was that there once was a Spanish king who liked sweet wine. One day, and so there would always be like fruit flies, don't you hate when it happens? The flies get in your wine glass. And so one of the servants thought to put jamon over the glass, to keep bug free. And the king asked, what is that about? And he's like, and the servant said, it's just a tapa, it's a lid, And so that's one idea where that was born. Also just, it's a way to eat when you're having a drink. So that's how it's traditionally served, is when you have a drink in Spain, you'll get some little snack, some little bite or appetizer to go with it. It could be olives, Marcona almonds we have, the goat cheese with fig.
So we have the La Vendemia 2017. Again, it's a Rioja wine, and it is a 50-50 blend of Grenache and Tempranillo. I believe it's the same producer as we had in the last one. Both of the wines were rated pretty high and at a reasonable price. So that's what led us to kind of pick them out for a special taste of Spain. And I was pleased with the first one, so I'm excited to taste this one. This one tastes a lot more rich, or not smells a lot more rich.
Oh, it does.
The color is a lot darker.
Yeah. You've made Tempranillo, haven't you, Chris?
I have not. I think I want to now.
Well, let's take our Smoking and the Bandit to Spain, and let's fly some grapes back.
You got it.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm growing my scruff here, trying to do my Burt Reynolds impersonation.
This one smells like a little bit, the first one was more red fruit. This one smells a little more dark fruit to me. I was going to say this tastes more Zinfandel with a little Petit Syrah for me. And at the end, it's got a real bang of fruit, which is really not where I normally taste it.
It's not as peppery as the first, or spicy.
No, I think spicier than the first. The first one had a little more of like an acidic, maybe an alcoholic bite. This one it's different.
Oh, this one's like at the back, finish.
Like the first one was more of the alcohol and the acid.
Okay.
We're tasting more of the tannin, which is on the back of your tongue.
Okay.
I like to taste the fruits in my wine. And this has got fruit in the front, the middle, and the back of the palate, all the way through. I don't know if I've ever tasted anything like this before.
You know, as good as the Montesa was, this one makes the other one taste more one-dimensional. From start to finish, this has a lot of flavor.
Now, just like we said, the strawberry and the raspberry were really good with the mainly Grenache wine. The blackberries for me were okay, but the blueberries I thought were spot on. You know, this one even tasted good with the strawberry.
The chocolate was good, I thought, with both, but I liked it better with the first.
This is really good with the Vendemia wine.
Yeah, I like the chocolate with both.
Cherry's good with both too. So you need some kind of cherry cordial and have both with it.
So it's a very versatile wine. You can do your meals and dessert with this. So what do you think, Chris? Are you enjoying these wines?
Welcome back, Red.
So we've done a lot of wines with food, and I think this one pairs well nicely with a lot of things, a lot of different things.
I think the Montesa actually, for me and our array of foods, it paired with most of them. But the ones that it didn't pair quite so well with, like the blackberries, the Vendemia, brought that one in. And
so probably suggest, having a bottle of each.
yes, definitely.
People have always said, like, Portugal, Spain, they're underrated, their wines are undervalued. You're going to get a higher quality wine for your money. I have a real quick question. Dee, are these Friday Fun wines?
Yes, I will say that these are.
These are excellent.
I would heard that.
Yes.
I'm going to cheers that to everybody.
Cheers.
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 Welcome back, Reds.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Till next time.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Till next time.